Hello, cryptocurrency investors. This is a very important special report. What Arrington XRP Capital just solved using Ripple. Why Arrington XRP Capital just exploded the potential of Ripple XRP and solved something very important for the entire crypto space. What I'm going to tell you is very, very important. But first, my name is Reggie Mabry. I hate disclaimers, but in this case, it's necessary to issue a disclaimer for the power of my little report may have an impact on your investments, yet my purpose is only to give you my point of view. Disclaimer, I am not advising you toward the purchase or sale of any company that I'm speaking about, or any cryptocurrency or any asset. I am not employed or an agent of any company that is spoken about. At this time, I've never met personally the owners of the companies I am talking about. I have not interacted with any employees, and they have not influenced my thoughts beyond their public appearances. All names, trademarks, registrations, logos belong to their respective holders. I have some Ripple XRP, and I am doing this show for educational and entertainment purposes. I am simply sharing my points of view of what I perceive as interesting views of the emerging market of cryptocurrencies and how it affects my own investments. I care less if you buy or sell anything that I talk about. If you do invest in the cryptocurrency market, please do your own research and do not invest in anything that you are not prepared to lose the entire investment on, because cryptocurrency market is a highly speculative, high risk investment. With that said, the most important problem that needs to be solved for the entire cryptocurrency market is liquidity. Liquidity is what is required for the money movement after settlement from the exchanges back into the traditional institutions, which many of you Bitcoin lovers hate. You hate centralization, but at the same time, you want to enjoy the cash that you're pulling out. That is so ridiculous. But at the end of the day, liquidity is the major problem of this entire cryptocurrency market. The entire crypto ecosystem needs at its core a fast, frictionless settlement coin or token that bankers trust for liquidity. I hope you see where I am going. Ripple XRP may be the first settlement coin for the entire crypto ecosystem. If anybody is listening, this is a huge point of view that I am introducing. The entire crypto ecosystem needs a settlement token. What am I talking about? I am talking about the major problem that we have is that we can sell, buy cryptocurrencies in that particular ecosystem. But the major problem is what happens when we need to move it back to the traditional banking institutions that the Bitcoin people hate. What happens then? That is the point of friction. That is the point of lag. That is the point of inefficiency, where sometimes we have to wait 3 to 4 to 7 days to get the cryptocurrency monies that we made into fiat currency, whether it's US dollar, whereas is any global fiat currency. The lag is there. So Arrington XRP Capital, a $100 million hedge fund currently trading, is now the first hedge fund denominated in a cryptocurrency rather than dollars or euros. The hedge fund is headed by TechCrunch founder and venture capitalist Michael Arrington. Michael Arrington has several hedge funds under his belt, but now sees the perfect solution for crypto hedge funds. A crypto hedge fund with crypto and not fiat currency. All investments in Arrington XRP Capital will be made in crypto via XRP, and even his employees, staff will be paid in crypto. This is a paraphrase from Fortune.com that I just read. One thing is obvious. Michael Arrington has his eyes on profit from his investments, and he knows that liquidity is very important to maximizing the profit. He is absolutely brilliant to see Ripple XRP as an ideal settlement coin for both ecosystems, the traditional and the crypto. Ripple XRP has the power to be this settlement coin that banks trust. One thing is obvious. Michael Arrington has his eyes on profit from his investments in the cryptocurrency world, and he knows that liquidity is very important to maximizing the profits. He is brilliant to see Ripple XRP as an ideal settlement coin for both ecosystems, the traditional and the crypto. Ripple XRP has the power to be the settlement coin that banks trust, and Michael Arrington sees this. He knows that moving from the crypto world to the back to the traditional banks, he understands the lag time. He is trying to reduce that by using a token or coin that he believes banks will trust. So that means his hedge fund can deliver profits faster than any other engine. This is an incredible concept. I'm hoping that you will grasp what the power of XRP is and what Arrington is thinking about, as he may be able, his hedge fund may be the only hedge fund that could rapidly extract profits from the eco world back and forth, because all he has to do is find a bank or several banks that use XRP that as a trusted token. I'm so excited about this. I don't know about you, but what I am saying should be super, super exciting. And it is probably one of the first projects of many of hedge funds understanding the power of XRP. And so if this is true, XRP will be sucked out of the market for this particular use. In the cryptocurrency marketplace, one has to invest in Bitcoin to buy other cryptos. This was the standard until very recently. Of course, now you can buy Ethereum and Litecoin and now convert. The Arrington XRP Capital Fund is now doing this with XRP. XRP is a faster coin with less transaction costs, so you can get more for your money. He said the following, written for Fortune.com. Arrington told Fortune that the fund would invest primarily in digital assets, including exotic ones, and in so-called initial coin offerings, which involve the sale of digital tokens that can, in some cases, provide access to an online surface, such as file sharing. He said the fund will invest to a lesser extent in the equity of crypto-related startups. This is what Arrington told Fortune. But the concept of what he is doing is mind-blowing, because he is solving something for the entire cryptocurrency market in the context of liquidity. So to help you understand what I am saying, let's look at my chart. This is my chart. This has nothing to do with Arrington XRP Capital, except for I'm using it as a model. So this is completely my thinking. I borrowed some of the sectors from some of the other reports on ICO sectors and cryptocurrency sectors. But let's look at my chart to see the power of what I am talking about. In this model, investors from the traditional world have money, fiat dollars. They will transform those dollars into XRP cryptocurrency so that they can invest in this hedge fund, Arrington XRP Capital, this hedge fund, right? So what you have is money coming from centralized banks. You have $100 million coming from centralized banks into XRP. From XRP, you go into the projects. Arrington XRP Capital Hedge Fund will invest that $100 million or so into projects of these various sectors. You can look through the chart for yourself to see the different types of opportunities. You know many of the companies that are in these sectors. I don't have to list them for you, but the fact of the matter is this is a large part of the many sectors in the cryptocurrency ICO market. So let's say Arrington invests this $100 million into these sectors and he gets a windfall. So now the money has to come back out of the sectors from those projects back into XRP, and then it has to go the other direction to the centralized banks. Now, the centralized banks that are using XRP, guess what? The settlement is faster. The investors of Arrington XRP Capital get their money faster, and so then they can come back now and reinvest. And this goes on and on and on and on. But the key to this would, of course, be the XRP token because of settlement. You don't want to try settlement with Bitcoin. You don't want to try settlement with Ethereum. You don't want to try settlement with Bitcoin Cash. You don't want to try it with Litecoin. The lag time will be too great, and that the banks will not trust those. But we do have banks that are trusting XRP and who also want to absorb XRP. Thus, the value of XRP will grow. So then when we look at the entire ecosystem of the market, then what we see is, of course, the traditional companies, governments, investors, and markets. We see that ecosystem surrounding this, and what all of this needs, if they're going to deal with the cryptocurrency market, is liquidity. And so this little model of Arrington XRP Capital, and again, this is not their diagram, this is not their thinking, this is just my analysis of what potentially can go on with any hedge fund that uses XRP. We're talking faster settlement out of the cryptocurrency market into traditional markets, traditional companies. I hope that you understand that XRP, Ripple XRP, may be that settlement coin for the cryptocurrency and traditional market, right? To create faster liquidity. So, again, my name is Reggie Mabry. This has been my special report on what Arrington XRP Capital just solved using Ripple. Hope you find it exciting. Happy investing.